Good day, folks, and welcome to Journey of the Anointed with Mr. Buzz. That's me, Mr. Buzz. And I'm going to retell a story that I told, I guess, a week ago or 2 weeks ago now. But as you know, I took down all my videos. I'm going to repost them, so yeah, if you were hoping to see all the videos that I once had up there and you didn't get a chance to see them all, they will be back up. Don't worry. So this is a supernatural story that still has me reeling since it happened. I've had several completely supernatural experiences in my life where there's just no question the hand of God has just reached down and done something, okay? But this one, whoa. What I'm about to tell you blew my mind right out my ears. And it happened exactly, I'm going to tell this as accurately as I can, exactly like it happened. So it was a nice sunny day and I went for a walk. And the Lord does this one supernatural thing for me. I wouldn't say often, but He's done it a few times. The sun will be up there in the sky, and I'll look up and say, "Hello, Father." I'll just, greet Him in some way. He greets me back by making the sun brighten up. It's like, ooh, that's cool. I mean, when the creator of the universe brightens up the sun for you, and it's just for you, that's as good as it gets. Okay, so put a nice spring in my step. It's like, wow, the Father just brightened the sun for me. That is so awesome. So I'm just loving life at that point. It's a pretty good day. I'm feeling good. Feeling even better after that. So there's a route that I take. I have a tree that I call Socrates. He's my buddy. I go and hang out with him usually for a few minutes, and I continue on and make a loop and start heading back towards home. So when I make this loop, I'm on a street called Princess Street. And it's a fairly busy street, but yeah, it's fairly busy. But this was about 2 in the afternoon, so it wasn't crazy busy at all. It's pretty, there's some people walking around, there's traffic, but it's not really busy. Across the street, I see this demon-infested dude. He's all bent over, he's growling, and he's, if you've seen demon-infested people, yeah, it's not a pretty sight. They're usually bent over. He was all bent over, and it was no question, okay? Demons, he might have a legion of demons in him. Turned out it was one demon, which I found out later from a guy named Denzamos, my mentor, as far as the anointed stuff goes. Learning about the life of an anointed one, signs you have to watch for, how you listen to God, He's got a channel, and I've been watching him for a year and a half or so. And he's where I get almost all my information from. Later on in the day, he explained with his video, like he always does, what that demon was, okay? But at this point, it's just, I see a guy that's got demons in him. That's all I know. Excuse me. I look up at the sun again, like, Father, I am an anointed one. I can't walk by. I got to go over and help that guy. I got to go over and try to, I can cast those demons out, I bet. So, I look right and left, and I'm just about to step out on the street. As soon as I do, more cars than you can imagine appeared out of nowhere, okay? And I mean appeared out of nowhere. They weren't there, then they were. And it's a steady flow of cars stopping me from going across the street. There's no way I'm getting across the street. And I look, I'm like, okay, well, the light will be red in a second. That'll stop the flow of traffic, and I can go. So I just wait, and I wait, and I wait. And then I realize as I look, wait, it's a big, long, straight stretch, right? It goes, you must be able to see half a mile. There's cars for as far as the eye can see. All of a sudden, Like, I mean, you can't see nothing but this line of cars. And not only that, the traffic light is stuck on green. it's not changing. It stays green. And the cars just keep going and going and going. Finally, I realized, oh, you don't want me to go over there, do ya? And brightens up the sun a little bit. Saying, now you're catching on. You ain't going over there. Oh. And he said, you just continue on your walk. You don't have to do anything for anybody right now. You just keep going. Keep walking. Get your exercise like you plan to do. Okay. So as soon as I come to that realization, and he told me that, I step back off the street, the light turns red, and the cars are normal again. I swear to you, I'd be lying to you in front of the Father right now if I was lying, okay? The Father would not be amused if I told you a lie like this. That is what he did to stop me from going across the street. Exactly like I just explained. And what I was wondering as it was happening, once I clued into it, it's like he made these cars appear and everything. I wonder if other people can even see them. Or is it only me who can see them? He might have given this whole illusion just to me. Right? Everybody else probably nothing changed. But for me, everything changed. So that's how he kept me from going across that street. Wow. Pretty wild, huh? I mean, that literally happened just like that about 2 weeks ago. And as I say, I would be lying to you right in front of the Father right now. I'm telling you that is, I swear, just like I said it happened, it happened. It still got me freaked out. It's like, what else is he going to do? I mean, I have to be honest. To witness things like that, to experience that, I consider myself one of the luckiest people on earth. I mean, I'm seeing the hand of God reach right down and do something miraculous. Like, not the first time either. One time to cheer me up, on my parents' beach, where their house is, I'm on the beach in the middle of a sunny summer day with my kids, and I'm depressed because a girl dumped me the day before. And I'm sitting there moping and being a jerk, and my mother's mad at me because of my bad attitude. So what does the Father do? Sends 3 families of ducks into the shore. They come charging right into the shore. The mothers are freaking out. 3 different mothers. Babies don't care. They're all over me. They come and they just crawl all over me. I had baby ducks everywhere, man. I would hold them. They were kissing me on my cheeks. 3 families of them, like 16, 17 little baby ducks, little tiny ones. Loving me. Some of them sitting on my shoulders. They wouldn't let anyone else near me. But those ducks loved me like you never saw before. People are on the beach going, look at Duckman over there. I was Duckman all of a sudden. That's what the Father, and he did the same thing with the sun. He brightened up the sun to let me know he was there and that he loved me. I mean, is that beautiful or what? Think about that. Sometimes it takes my breath away to think about this stuff. How lucky am I to experience things like that? Those 2 things alone. Hardly anybody ever gets to experience something like that. So when he, when he disciplines me because I've done something, like, the other day he let the witches have their way with me to scare the crap out of me. I deserved it. Do I mind when he does that? Not at all. I love that he does that. Because he also sends me baby ducks when I'm sad and creates a line of traffic to keep me safe from demons. So let's add a little story, or a little piece to the story of the demons, or the demon. It was one. I'm watching Denzamos later on that day, a couple hours later, and his video is about the reinforcement demons. He called them something. I think it was reinforcement demons. It was a special kind of demon that would be sent after you when you ascended. That's right, I forgot that part. I had ascended, or had at least begun ascending. No, I think I was done at that point. There's an ascension happening right now for a lot of us. And when you actually accomplish it and you're ascended, the evil ones know instantly, uh-oh, another one just made it. Because that's what they're trying to prevent. They don't want us to ascend. Okay, but we have. At least most of us have. And as soon as you do, one of these demons is sent after you right away. So these are higher level demons. That I could tell. This demon that God protected me from was not your regular minion. This was a badass demon. Well, he protected me from it, so it must be, right? Because I have authority over demons. In the name of Jesus Christ, I have total authority over demons. But for some reason, he didn't want me near that one. So I'm guessing those ones are nasty, super nasty, and they can do damage. So I'm watching Denzamos talk about these, and he's like, chosen ones, if you ascended, they send this reinforcement demon after you. It's not reinforcement. I forget the word he used. But it's a special type of demon that's sent the minute you ascend. He's like, it'll be around your house somewhere close. Won't be right in front of your house, but just down the street a little ways and around the corner. There it'll be, all bent over and growling. I'm like, dude, it's exactly what freaking happened just now. And he explained the whole thing 2 hours after it took place. I told him the story in the comments about how I was protected. He loved that. He's, wow. It's when you tell Denzamos a story like that, he is an anointed one. So he's had this sort of stuff happen, right? He's experienced this. So he's not like, yeah, that sounds like a crazy story. He's like, cool, man. I've heard him do a lot of things. I never knew he did that stuff. He liked that one. So like I said in a previous video this evening, it's never a dull moment. We got witches remote viewing us. It reminds me of the Almighty Johnsons, a show in Australia where all the gods have incarnated in human flesh. And when you got a bunch of gods hanging out together in human flesh, some crazy stuff happens, right? Well, we're not gods, no, but we're different. And different stuff happens to us. I mean, when's the last time what I just described happened to you? Probably not ever, actually. So imagine when like 10 of us hang out together, what's going to happen? I can't even imagine what's going to take place. Hanging out with 10 other anointed ones, hanging out for the weekend at a beach or something. Like, what's going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? I actually think that God is making it... He knows I get a rush out of that, so I think he's partially doing it for my entertainment. Because, wow. There's just nothing like that. Like, seeing the hand of God reach right down and do whatever he wants. And I mean whatever he wants. There's no limit to what he can do. So there's the craziest supernatural story I've got for you. There's another one too, way back, where we should have been dead. Should have been head-on collision. But because I was in the car, I was the one driving, we went through it. We went right through it. We didn't hit anything. Everybody in the car was convinced we were going to be dead in 3 seconds. And I had nowhere to go. There was nothing I could do. So God dematerialized something and we were fine. That happened too. So It is good to be an anointed one, I will say. It's kind of a nice privilege. It's really wild, though. Wow. Sometimes something like that will happen, and you sit there for hours afterwards going, okay, did that actually happen? Did that actually take place? Oh my, it actually did, yeah. And then you try to rationalize that, like, how can that be? How can that be? God doesn't follow the laws of physics. That's right. You'll piece it together after a bit. He's the creator of the freaking universe. Of course he does whatever he wants. Of course he does. I almost bring tears in my eyes thinking about that stuff. Just love it. Thank you, Father, for that display, especially the traffic, the extra cars, and the green light stuff. That's my favorite one. I love that one. Thanks for watching, and remember that Jesus Christ is King of all kings.